Hey everyone, it's CurlyHairedHero, and welcome back to Showdown Quickies. Unfortunately, I'm trying to make my way through the entire Alola Pokedex, not the sort of Pokedex that only has all the Alola Pokemon, but the Pokedex in the game that includes other Pokemon. I'm trying to make a video of each. I'm also in-game breeding each of those Pokemon, so that's been pretty fun. Not so fun is sort of the next couple of Pokemon that I have to deal with, starting off with Yungoos here. Yungoos, or not Yungoos, Gumshoos. Yungoos is its pre-evolution, was a Pokemon that when it first came out and it was, it was the Trump Pokemon, haha, I thought maybe, oh, well, maybe its evolution will look cool, because, I like Mongoose, I really like Vangoose, so I thought that would be cool. Nope, not at all, not a fan of the design too much. I'm a little bit more of a fan of it now, because it has a tiny bit of gimmicky potential, because it has this exclusive ability in Stakeout, which doubles the damage of a move if your opponent switches out. So if let's say my opponent here is using that lantern and he switches out, goes into Tapu Koko. If I use Earthquake, it'll do double the damage. That being said, Gumshoos has a respectable 120 base attack. So, it can actually hit pretty hard. It just, unfortunately, has 40 base speed and nothing else really going for it. I think it has okay HP. I don't remember the numbers. Not great. But here I have one. I try to build a team around it. I was considering, I had the Slowbo here, I was considering making a Trick Room team, which I'm probably going to do later on, but I'm just going to use a Trick Room team, which seems to be all the rage since a lot of the Pokemon on Alola are super slow. I was going to use a Trick Room team with this sort of Stakeout thing. The only thing is that for the only way Stakeout can work is if Gumshoos comes in and people think it's a threat and they have to switch out. No one does that. Especially when they see it's a Gumshoos. And the problem with that is, if you do the Trick Room, what I have is a Choice Band, and I have Earthquake, Frustration, because it doesn't seem like it'll be the kind of Pokemon that'll love me anytime soon. Crunch and something else. I don't even remember the fourth move, because it's actually, I think, the U-turn, yeah, because it doesn't really have a lot of moves that I can use either. It's pretty shallow move pool. So use all of that. Doesn't really do too much damage, but I'm thinking of doing that. With the Trick Room, it'll come in really fast. With Choice Band, it has maxed out at like 540 attack, which is really high. So you go ahead and you double the damage from switching out. That's bound to kill anything, or at least do a hell of a lot of damage. Anyways, so we have the Gumshoos, we have the Rock as the lead to sort of support them. We have the Slowbo here because I figured it would be pretty good. I thought maybe that the Gumshoos can get rid of Psychic types, so I brought in the Machamp and the Salazzle, just I thought they would benefit from not having to deal with a bunch of Psychic types, assuming Gumshoos got rid of it. And we also have the Porygon Z with Z conversion. So let's go ahead and get this started. I figured my opponent was going to start with the Alola Golem, because that seems like to be the only Pokemon that he could really lead with, unless he's going to read my possible Lakion lead and go, or Lakion Rock, I keep stopping at Lakion, Lakion Rock, and go with maybe the Tapu Koko, who's maybe faster, or go with the Lantern that can probably kill me with Water move. But I go into my Salazzle. He actually goes into his Togemaru here, hits me with a Fake Out. I flinch, doesn't really do too much damage. After that, he goes afterwards into the Alola Marowak. I hit that thing with a Fire Blast, pop its Air Balloon, do half damage, which is, not bad, half bad. So I go use another one, only do 47% this time. He throws out Rocks, which really sucks. Goes for the Protect. I go for another Fire Blast. He protects us from that Fire Blast. If you haven't noticed, I'm actually Choice Specs. And then he goes for the Wild Charge after I miss with the Fire Blast, so both of our Pokemon go down. After that, he goes back into the Togemaru, goes to the Detective Nibbles here, the supposed star of this episode, hits me with a Fake Out, doesn't do too much damage. He actually uses the Spec Shield, unfortunately, as I go for the Earthquake, so he blocks himself for damage. He switches, going to the Lantern. I hit the thing with an Earthquake, dead! It's dead! It's dead! So then I switch out, go into the Machamp here, hits me with a Hammer Arm, does a shit ton of damage, lowers its speed, thankfully, but I don't think it would have been slower than me still. Switches into the Tapu Koko here, hit that thing with a Damage Push, confuse it, doesn't really do too much damage, unfortunately, so he switches out, goes into the Raichu, hit the thing with a Poison Jab, do a respectable amount of damage, get the Poison also, hits me with a Psychic, finishes me off. I was actually a Sword Blessed. I don't know why I thought I would survive that, but I thought, go here into the Porygon Z, go for the Z conversion here, and I actually do get all the buffs. The version, it changes your type to whatever move is on top of it, and it also boosts every single one of your stabs. Fortunately, I'm not fast enough than the Alola Raichu, so he finishes me off with a Psychic, and luckily kills himself because of the poison. So after that, going to Tapu Koko here, I'm thinking he knows I have Earthquake, so he'll switch. Nope, finish me off with Wild Charge, because obviously he's faster and he can finish me off because he's stronger. So I'm stuck at going to Slowbo here. Hits me with a Wild Charge, almost kills me. I survive with 16%. Finish that thing off with a Psyshock here. And then all he has left is the Togemaru and the Electivire here. Hits me with a Fake Out, puts me down to pretty low HP. Hits me with a Volt Switch, finishes me off completely. Then I go here into the Iron Rock. Unfortunately, the rocks break my sash, so you can't really use that. Go for Stone Edge, get a critical hit, which probably didn't matter. Finish off the Electivire. He goes for a Fake Out after he brings out his last Pokemon. Togemaru flinches me, goes for the Spiky Shield. I can't really do anything to that, so I hit that thing with a Stone Edge, and then we just he hits me with a Stone Edge, hits me with a Volt Switch, lowers my HP. Then I go for the Crunch to lower his stuff. He has a Citrus Berry, heals himself up. He has a Wish. So unfortunately, we go into this crazy, annoying loop with me trying to do my best to sort of play this game, do the most damage, and also predict his spiky shields. But there's not really much I can do, because I'm hoping, since I'm faster than it, I can sort of scare him into tripping up, which would allow me to finish him off with the Crunch or the Stone Edge. But unfortunately, none of these work, and he actually outplays me, which sucks. I mean, I can't really complain, because it's not like, you know, he did anything dumb. He just outplayed me. There was a lot of different, well, there was only one or two ways this thing could have gone. I could have outplayed him, or he could have outplayed me. It unfortunately was, you know, the fact that he actually outplayed me instead. I did manage to get the defense drop towards the end. He gets the Wish off using the he uses the Spiky Shield, gets the Wish off, even though I lowered its defense. I actually started running out of Stone Edge. I used the Stealth Rocks at that point to sort of trick him into thinking I ran out of Stone Edge, and he actually asked me and I didn't say anything, but it didn't really do enough of a difference. And now I did run out of Stone Edge, and all I got is Crunch, which unfortunately is a physical sort of hitting move, so it kills me off. And then after that, he uses Stony Shield, or the Spiky Shield, I mean, he finishes me off after the Excel Rock. So, pretty close. No cigar. Stay fresh.
He moves onward without pause until the day he completes his great quest.